There's something that I want to talk to you guys about. It needs to be said, but I'm not quite sure where to start.
All right, you ready? All right, come on, get in. So it is my birthday today. I turned 35 today, 35 years old. Just left the house a few minutes ago, running around, trying to brave these cold temperatures. It is currently 6 degrees outside. This morning we woke up, it was -3. This one has a vet appointment, so gotta take him out, get him ready for that. Taking Kaiser to the vet is always a really precarious situation because while he's a really good dog, he's been trained as a protection dog, right? So he doesn't really like people that much. He has been socialized with our kids and with our immediate family members, you know, all the people that actually matter. But whenever it comes to random people, he's not a huge fan, which can be challenging to say the least. It can be challenging at times. But all in all, he's a good boy.
There's an elephant in the room, and we need to talk about it. I've said it a million times. I'm gonna keep saying it. The single most important thing, other than doing good tattoos in this industry, is representing yourself in an authentic fashion. Recently, there's been a lot of stuff going around online. A lot of people have been having issues with clients coming in, asking for specific pieces and projects and art styles that just, they're not realistic. And what is this from, right? We need to ask ourselves that. What is this from? Why are people coming in and asking for things that are physically impossible to tattoo? Is it because they don't know any better? Is it because they have high aspirations and they want the specific project that they want to have? They want it to be perfect. Do they just have unreal expectations just because they don't know any better? Or is it possibly because there has been a massive amount of misrepresentation from our industry to the consumers? I have a fucking problem with this, a huge problem. And let me break it down, let me explain everything. As artists, it is our job to represent ourselves in a way that new prospective clients of a younger generation can look at our work and see what is possible and what is not possible. Over the last 5 to 7 years, we have seen a massive uptick in talent, art composition, and to be quite frank, a shit ton of photoshopping tattoos. Whenever I started tattooing in 2007, if an artist were to misrepresent themselves, meaning they were to Photoshop an image to say make their darks darker and their whites glowing white, they would get chastised, you know, they would get thrown under the bus because that was a misrepresentation. Whenever I was coming up, it was all about doing the best tattoo you possibly could and representing the tattoo in that exact fashion. Meaning, if you have shortcomings with blending, which we all do in the beginning, I'm not throwing anybody under the bus here, everybody struggles in the beginning. But if you have issues with shading, saturation, or blending, you wouldn't go through and edit it out by smoothing it all out. You would work on it. You would make your craft better instead of taking the shortcut. Unfortunately, with the newer generation of tattoo artists, that simply just isn't the case. With the advent of social media, with the advent of social status being determined by amount of likes that you get on a photo. On top of that, more likes on photo means more exposure, means more business. People have, let's just say, taken the ethics part out of online portfolios and online photos. Instead of people focusing more on the work, doing better stuff, they're simply, yeah, let's just, you know, bump up the contrast a little bit to make these blacks blacker. Let's go through and make these whites look impressively white. Why is this wrong, you would say? You know, most people that I've talked to that are of the younger generation, they say, oh, well, it's just, you know, it's another form of art. We're just taking our physical art and doing a digital artwork of it that we're posting so we can show other people what we're capable of. There's a huge problem with that. Because the average individual that's walking down the street that wants to get a tattoo doesn't realize that those photos have been altered. So they take that complete unrealistic expectation that has been put forth by an artist. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus here. If they bring in a photo of a tattoo that was done by somebody else, that is completely edited out, 9 times out of 10 that photo is fresh, so it looks decent. Throw the editing on top of that, it looks amazing, and they're like, this is what I want. And then I and other guys who are good tattooers have to break them the news that, like, hey, this is not real. This photo has been altered and edited. Whites don't look that white, blacks don't look that black, shading does not look that smooth. I don't care how good you are. And suddenly we look like the incompetent boob because we're telling them we can't do what they see online. Now, your mom's probably told you from the very beginning, don't believe everything that you read online, don't believe everything that you see. Unfortunately, with the newer generation, they have a tendency of doing that. You know, younger generations see stuff online. If they don't have anything to weigh that against, they're just gonna assume that that's truthful. That's a huge problem, especially whenever you're misleading people. You can't do that. You need to be authentic. You need to have a strong ethical compass of the type of stuff that you put online, the ramifications that that may or may not have with future prospective clients. And on top of that, you as an artist that's doing it, these artists that are doing this are misrepresenting not only the whole industry, mainly themselves, because a client will see this. They will see this amazing piece that was done. They'll go to this person, they'll get a tattoo from this person expecting it to look like that, and then it heals and it's not even close to being as cool or as vibrant or as high contrast as they think that it is. And then they have a tattoo that they're unhappy with. Do you see the problem here? That's an issue. So with that, guys, my rant is done. I know it was a little long-winded, but you know, in a nutshell, guys, if you're an artist, if you're a young artist and you're watching this, remember, your word in this industry is all that you have, okay? Your word and your ability to create artwork that appeals to other people. My recommendation to you would be always represent yourself in the most authentic way possible. Because at the end of the day, yes, we're just tattooers, we're just artists. But we as tattoo artists have huge responsibilities because not only are we creating artwork, but we are creating a permanent artwork on somebody's body. And misrepresenting yourself online, basically promising things that you can't deliver on, it's kind of dishonest and it can negatively affect other people. Just be authentic, man. Just be yourselves, do good work. If you think that your tattoo needs more high contrast, then put more black in it. If you think that, you know, your whites need to look like they're glowing, don't worry about it, dude. Tattoos aren't meant to glow. It's not that big of a deal. Just be yourself, do good work. Don't worry about, that shading's a little bit rough right there. Maybe I should just smooth it out with the airbrush tool. How about you just, you know, focus on doing your color blends a little bit better. It'll get better with time. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. That's enough rant for today. I'll talk to you guys next time.